Severe weather possible as we look to your Wednesday. We've got details in the full forecast.
Plus, it's election day here in Wisconsin. We'll take a look at some of the big races voters will decide. This is News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us on a Tuesday afternoon. I'm Josh Spreiter. We start with first warn weather this afternoon as we are tracking the potential for severe storms overnight tonight. Our team has been talking about these alert day conditions since last week. First warn meteorologist Blaze Keller is on the weather patio with the very latest. Hi, Blaze.
Hello. That's right. We could see some severe weather this evening, but the best chance for severe weather is likely going to be on your Wednesday. So that's what we're going to look at with this severe weather outlook. We have a marginal risk tonight, so maybe one or two severe thunderstorms. It's Wednesday that we see not only the slight risk, but the enhanced risk across southeastern Wisconsin, with all modes of severe weather possible Wednesday into Thursday, particularly strong winds as well as an isolated tornado or two. So now is the time to just make sure that you have a way to receive weather alerts by downloading our First Warn Weather app, making sure you have a NOAA weather radio handy, and making sure you're staying with News 3 Now throughout Wednesday for the latest forecast and severe weather updates. Upper 30s to low 40s. Hard to believe we're talking about severe weather with temperatures in the where they're at right now, and that's really going to limit our chance for severe weather this evening into your day, at least starting on Wednesday. We got to warm up considerably out of these upper 30s to low 40s back into more of those 50s, and we will for your Wednesday. But we're going to stay mostly cloudy by this afternoon, maybe squeezing out a light rain snow mix shower around midnight, maybe as early as 11, 10 o'clock tonight. That's the warm front that's going to warm us up and bring us that chance for severe weather on Wednesday, which we'll talk about in the full forecast.
All right, Blaze, we'll see you then. Thank you. Remember, you can track the forecast for yourself on the First Warn Weather app. It has hourly planners, road conditions, and radar. Download it for free in your phone's app store by searching WISC Weather. Election day is here, and voters across the state will vote on a constitutional amendment, state superintendent, and for the state Supreme Court. Depending on where you live, voters will also see local elections on their ballots. That includes referendums, school boards, city council, and mayoral elections. If you want to see what's on your ballot, you can head to myvote.wi.gov. Nationally, all eyes are on the state Supreme Court race. The candidates are conservative Justice Brad Schimmel and liberal Justice Susan Crawford. Both candidates stopped in Dane County for their final remarks Monday. That's because the county will play a vital role in this year's election. In the Supreme Court race in 2023, Dane County accounted for more liberal votes than Milwaukee. But in the November election, the county accounted for the third largest number of Republican voters in Wisconsin.
We need to get the vote out. We need to get it out in Dane County, but we need to get it out all over the state.
You guys are outnumbered here more than anywhere else in the state, but you are the fiercest.
While Democrats focus their efforts in Dane County cities, Republicans still pull significant votes from the Madison area suburbs. The state Supreme Court race is nonpartisan, but the state's Republicans and Democrats have been receiving millions of dollars in support for candidates. President Trump's ally, Elon Musk, has been a vocal supporter of Schimmel. He has donated $3 million to the state GOP. On the left side, billionaire Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker and liberal activist George Soros have donated millions. News 3 Now spoke with both state party leaders to hear whether they think this is how elections should run.
Absolutely not. It is core to the Democratic Party of Wisconsin's platform, to the beliefs of most Wisconsinites, regardless of party, that we should have campaign finance reform. We should try to get big money out of politics.
The liberals in this state have been taking tens of millions of dollars for years to fund state Supreme Court races. They're upset now because the other side is catching up. It's that simple.
The parties and candidates have broken the record for the most expensive judicial race in the country. Statewide, voters will weigh in on a constitutional amendment. If approved, it would enshrine a voter ID requirement to the state constitution. It's already required to present an ID to vote. Adding it to the Constitution would make it more difficult for a future court or legislature to change this. Voters will also vote on the state superintendent of public instruction. The role is elected every 4 years and oversees public education across the state. Incumbent Dr. Jill Underly will seek a second term. Voters elected her back in 2021. She has a background as a teacher, principal, and rural superintendent. Her challenger, Brittany Kinzer, owns an education consulting firm, co-founded the Literacy Initiative, and is a former science and special education teacher. News 3 Now is your home for election coverage. Remember, voting ends at 8 o'clock tonight. As long as you are in line by 8, you can still vote. You can find your polling place and what's on your ballot, again, by going to myvote.wi.gov. Wisconsin law requires you to bring a valid photo ID to vote. That could be a Wisconsin driver's license, a DOT-issued identification card, a passport, or a military ID card from the U.S. Uniformed Services. In national news, President Trump is set to announce reciprocal tariffs tomorrow, calling April 2nd Liberation Day. As CBS's Natalie Brand reports, exact details remain unclear, fueling uncertainty among consumers and business owners.
At Ford's Fish Shack in Northern Virginia, owner Tony Stafford says currently around 40% of his seafood comes from Canada. He fears new tariffs could impact his bottom line dramatically.
Every small business owner is concerned. We as restaurateurs have been concerned for the last 5 years. First we had COVID, then we had the increases in pricing and the labor shortages, and we really haven't come out of or gotten back into normalcy, and now all of a sudden these tariffs.
The lack of clarity about this tariff rollout is making it difficult for business owners like Stafford to plan, but he says customers will likely see higher prices.
We've already seen price increases, a lot of price increases. It's been 30, 40, 50% over the last 3 years. We're going to see that again, 20, 25, 30% to combat these tariffs.
President Trump has called April 2nd Liberation Day, but has not divulged exact numbers or details of which countries will be impacted.
Monday, he indicated the rate for tariffs could be lower than what other countries impose on U.S. goods.
We are going to be very nice by comparison to what they were. The numbers will be lower than what they've been charging us.
The reciprocal tariffs come on top of 25% tariffs set to take effect Thursday on foreign vehicles and auto parts. The White House has defended its policy, saying the new tariffs will raise revenue and spur business at home. While back at Ford's Fish Shack, Stafford says it will take time to transition and find more U.S.-based suppliers. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, the White House.
The Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ all opened again lower this morning as investors brace for the tariffs. The White House says President Trump views Wall Street as a snapshot in time, but he's focused on doing what's best for Main Street. Well, a student hospitalized after the Abundant Life Christian School shooting is back in critical condition this afternoon. That's according to UW Health. The student was one of 6 people injured in that attack. 3 people, including the shooter, died. Right now, the student's family is asking for privacy at this time. Still ahead for us on a Tuesday afternoon, why thousands of pounds of liquid egg substitute are being recalled, plus how President Trump and Kid Rock are teaming up to go after ticket scalping.
President Donald Trump was joined by Kid Rock as he signed a new executive order aimed at tackling ticket scalping. The order directs members of his administration to ensure ticket pricing transparency, that IRS rules are followed, and that enforcement action is taken to prevent unfair, deceptive, and anti-competitive conduct in the secondary ticketing market. More than 100,000 cartons of liquid egg substitute, including some egg beaters and Bob Evans brand products, have been recalled because they may be contaminated with cleaning solution containing bleach. The company that issued the recall, Cargill Kitchen Solutions, says there have been no illnesses or injuries reported so far. Still, the U.S. Department of Agriculture warns consumers should throw away the recalled products or return them to the place of purchase. And it may be April Fool's Day, but these deals are no joke. 7-Eleven is selling a new April Fool's Month mystery donut at participating locations. It's also being sold at Speedway and Stripes locations through the end of the month, and customers are invited to take a guess at just what the mystery flavor could be. And Cheesecake Factory lovers can score a free reward if they sign up for the chain's loyalty program by today. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Jesse Mitchell.
Here's your stock numbers at the noon hour. The Dow's up 16 points, NASDAQ up 141, and the S&P up 7. Today, our Call for Action volunteers are in the building taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. Call for action at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. We have today's farm numbers ahead, plus Blaze returns with the Alert Day forecast, and later on Live at 4. Our News 3 Now Election Day coverage continues as we break down the races on your ballot. Pam Yankee is out of the radio barn this afternoon, so here are your farm numbers. Well, the votes are in, and we are gearing up to announce the winner of our Spirit of Service campaign. One of these 5 veterans will win $5,000 presented by Vortex. Tune in to News 3 Now this morning. Tomorrow at 6 a.m., the folks at Vortex Optics will be joining me with the official check presentation. Again, that is Wednesday, April 2nd, right here on News 3 Now. Alert day conditions are in the forecast for us. First Storm meteorologist Blaze Keller is tracking it all, and the timing is really going to be interesting here, Blaze.
It is. It really begins tonight. Peaks, I would say, Wednesday afternoon, but as we're heading to work on Wednesday, we may be dealing with some of those storms, and those morning storms could potentially limit our chance for that severe weather later Wednesday. So here's our marginal outlook for tonight into your early start to Wednesday morning. Not a lot of us underneath that green, the lowest risk outlined by the Storm Prediction Center. 1 or 2 severe thunderstorms as they come out of Iowa and northern Illinois. This system is going to be moving this warm front northwards as we go overnight. So temperatures will rise and our rain snow mix will eventually turn over to more of that rain and thunderstorm activity. This is likely when we'll see our morning severe weather activity between 5 and 8 o'clock Wednesday morning. Some strong winds possible, some small hail as well as this line moves on through. So let's take it in closer to home. Again, starting off with the rain snow mix, temperatures are a little bit too cool for severe weather, even as that warm front begins to lift northwards. We eventually climb above freezing and into some warmer temperatures after midnight, and then there's that line of showers and thunderstorms moving on through as we go between the 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock time frame Wednesday. Here it looks like some strong winds will be possible based on what Future Track is showing, and that's likely what we would see along with some small hail Wednesday morning. And then we jump ahead to Wednesday afternoon. And Wednesday afternoon severe weather threat is conditional. So what does that mean? We have to have all the right conditions. We'll have all the necessary ingredients, but if these showers and thunderstorms in the morning use up all of it and we don't build that back as we head into the afternoon by clearing out the skies, we may see that threat for severe weather stay off to our south. So looking at Future Track, based on this, we would need more clear skies. We need that sunshine. We need that instability to return to get these late afternoon, early evening severe showers and thunderstorms. Because we're going to have the moisture, we're going to have the energy, we're going to have the warmth, and we're going to have the lift through the atmosphere to get some rotation, to get some of these stronger storms. But it all depends on if we get rid of that cloud cover in the morning and those storms move out of here quickly. Because if not, the cloud cover inhibits how much energy we can see. We'll still have the moisture, but we won't have that warmth. We'll still have the lift, so we won't have all the perfect ingredients to come together. We're baking the cake, let's say, without some milk or without some flour. So if we can get the cloud cover, I'd be a little bit more concerned. Obviously, stay with News 3 Now. We will keep you updated as we go throughout your Wednesday, particularly in the morning severe weather coverage and then again in the afternoon. I would say by the late morning, early afternoon hours on Wednesday, if we haven't seen the clearing clouds, don't necessarily let your guard down, but know that we'll probably limit, not completely get rid of, but limit our severe weather chance and especially the intensity of the severe weather chance Wednesday afternoon. So alert day conditions tonight into the morning commute hours on Wednesday, and then Wednesday, late afternoon, early evening, and then we sit quietly, which is some good news. We do need to dry out. We'll be back into the 50s on Thursday, so not a big cool down from nearing 70 on Wednesday. Some hit or miss clouds Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Maybe a light rain shower over the weekend, but nothing to cancel any outdoor plans. And then that following work week, back into the 40s, but still plenty of sunshine.
Yeah, not a bad extended forecast.
No,
for
not at
early
all.
April. All right, Blaze, thank you. Now let's see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
As our week-long series of international food favorites continues, today we're celebrating a dessert that's considered Canada's most highly regarded pastry, the butter tart. Once you sink your teeth into one of these bite-sized pastries, you'll know why they're so popular. To make them, we start by preparing a basic pie crust. After letting it chill for a bit, we roll it out just like we would if we were making a pie. Then we cut out circles and place them in a muffin pan. After all the dough is used up, we place a spoonful of raisins or chopped walnuts in each cup and top them with a mixture we made by combining some brown sugar with melted butter, a couple of beaten eggs, corn syrup, apple cider vinegar, vanilla, and a pinch of salt. Then we'll pop these into the oven, and in about 20 minutes, they're done. It takes just one bite to appreciate what makes these so popular. The pastry is super flaky, the filling is buttery rich, and together, they're amazing. To get the recipe for what is known as Canada Tarts, all you need to do is visit our website or head north to the Canadian border. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a Canadian way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Straight ahead at noon, Angie Edge from Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin returns with a new recipe to try out this spring. Welcome back at noon. Angie Edge from Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin is joining us with a spring-like recipe. We're thinking spring anyway.
Yeah.
Hi, Angie.
Well, you know, spring's going to be on the air very soon, and so we need fresh, healthy spring recipes, and what better than a salad featuring Wisconsin cheese?
It doesn't get any better than that.
No, so I'm really excited to make this salad with you. The star ingredient of the salad is an amazing cheese called the Dough. It's made by Deer Creek, and it actually is infused with Madagascar bourbon vanilla.
Yum.
So I can't wait for you to try
Yes.
it. And it's a bandage aged cheddar that's infused, and this company does a lot of great specialty cheeses infused with different flavors. It's a silver medal at the International Cheese Awards.
Ooh, awesome.
So very highly acclaimed. So basically you're going to start with 8 ounces or 1 container of a spring mix salad, and then you're going to add on all the fun ingredients. So it's a grilled chicken salad, and it features beets and strawberries and all different fun spring colors. So I've already grilled the chicken ahead of time, and you can just layer everything right on the salad. And of course, if there's something you don't like or do like, add more of whatever
That's
you'd
what's
like.
nice. You can kind of do it for you.
Fresh berries also. The strawberries add a lot of nice color to it as well.
Add a little sweetness to it.
And then we also have some roasted asparagus spears. Again, lots of nice healthy nutrition here. And then some blackberries. More berries and more color for you.
The more color, the better, right?
And then some roasted beets. I know a lot of people really do like the roasted beets. I roasted them in the oven for about 45 minutes. Some slivered almonds on top. And Josh, I'm going to have you add the star ingredient.
All right.
And that is the shaved dough cheese, the Wisconsin cheese.
Try not to make a mess here.
So the more the merrier for this type of cheese.
You can't get enough cheese
And then
here.
there's actually a homemade strawberry vinaigrette that has basil, strawberry, olive oil, a little honey, a little more vanilla. And you can put as much on of that as you like.
that
But
looks
it's
so
just
good.
such a beautiful spring salad. Maybe perfect for Easter or any sort of celebration you have coming up this month.
I love that. And of course, it wouldn't be good without the cheese,
Yeah,
right?
the cheese is the star of the ingredient, and of course great for any kind of salad you're making.
And always looking for that proudly Wisconsin
Yes.
badge.
Yes, and we have so many types, varieties, and styles, 600 different cheeses to choose from. So when you're out looking for your Easter recipes, I can't wait for you to try this one.
Here we go.
Yeah. And you can find this one locally. I got it downtown at Fromage Nation, but so many great places to purchase Wisconsin cheese.
Lunch is served.
Yes.
Angie, thank you. Happy
Thank
spring.
you.
All right, Blaze, over to you.
Hey, throw me some of that cheese.
You
I'm
got it.
hungry. I'm going to have some of that salad for lunch because it looks great. It's kind of perfect even with the temperatures not feeling spring-like right now, but they will tomorrow. And that brings us our chance for some strong to severe storms really starting tonight through at least Wednesday afternoon. So stay with News 3 Now. We will keep you updated when looking at that 10-day forecast. Feeling like spring on Wednesday, upper 60s to low 70s. And then we sit quietly in the 50s to round out next week or this week.
Thanks for joining us.